Namaste. Today we'll be practicing a brief pranayam that is so powerful. And this pranayam, Kaphalabati breathing, helps to sort of reset the system. We have two energetic channels, the prana, which is the life force energy, which is the where we get our pep and our vigor from, and then we have the apana, which is sort of like, I think of it as the garbage truck that takes things out and moves them out. And that's where we get to be a little bit more grounded and heavier and slower. So as you can imagine, with these two energies, if one is out of balance, then the other one goes kind of haywire. So this breath can balance those, and it's a great breath for doing that because you can use it if you're feeling really sluggish. I've used it before when I've been driving and I not a really powerful one, but and I'm feeling a little sleepy, it helps. Or if you're feeling really super anxious or you're feeling like scattered, like you can't get everything done or anything like that, you can just find a little corner and work this breath in, right? And there's three ways we can do this breath. We can do it really, really forcefully, or we can do it sort of a medium pace, or we can do it really gently and lightly, okay? And sometimes it's confused with something called breath of fire. Kaphalabati is the skull polishing breath, so it comes up to the front of the skull, and it's a forceful exhale and a passive inhale. Whereas with the breath of fire, it's a forceful exhale and a forceful inhale. Okay, so that's kind of the distinction. And so with Kaphalabati, we use the nose almost as if there's something on the upper lip and you're trying to get rid of it. So you notice when you just do that, all the breath is sort of here, okay? And the key to Kaphalabati is bringing the energy up while also allowing it to settle. So we want to start this breath from deeper down. So the navel point can be the impetus, right? And so you notice you can do it really forcefully. Try that a couple of times. Right? And then just try it a little lighter. Or you can do it just a little flutter. But noticing how that navel point, right, can really be the power, okay? A couple other things that we tend to do with this breath sometimes is this, right? So just be aware of what your shoulders are doing. Just roll them back and down, lift the heart a little bit. Yep. And then the other thing that can sometimes happen is, right, you have a hard time getting the breath out or getting it back in, and that can often be alleviated just by relaxing the tongue and the throat. Right? And so you'll notice at a point, probably about 4 or 5 breaths in, maybe 6 or 7 breaths in, that you may start to feel a little anxious and a little panicked. And that's because those energy systems, the prana and the apana, are evening out. Okay, so that's the point that you want to stay with it, right? And just stick with it. So let's try one breath together. Thumb and pointer finger in Gyan Mudra helps us to stay focused. Sitting in easy pose is one of the best ways to do this, but if you're more comfortable sitting on your heels, you can do that as well. Yep, or even in a chair. Anytime, any position that helps you to have the shoulders over the hips so the spine is nice and long is great for this breath. Okay, so we'll do one together. Inhaling deeply. Exhale everything out. Through the nose, inhale 3/4 of the way. And here we go. Exhale. Exhale a little bit more. Lift the pelvic floor, lift the navel point, lock the breath out. Keep it out. Keep it out. Stay empty. And then inhale. Fill the body up with the breath. Inhale, 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 inhale. Hold that breath in. Lift the pelvic floor. Lift the navel point. Hold the breath in. In. Feel the energy churning and swirling. Hold the breath in. And then exhale, release, close the eyes, and just breathe. Yeah. Take a moment here to notice your energy, right? Notice your breath. Melting the face and the jaw, letting go of the thoughts, and just feel whatever it is that's going on inside. So we'll come into another round now that you know about the ending at the end when we empty everything out. Lift the pelvic floor, lift the navel point up and in. You can even tuck the chin just a little bit to lock the breath out. And it's really good to experience that emptiness, because the next breath that comes into the body, you can choose where to send it, right? Once everything's flushed out, then we can bring the goodness back in, right? And then we bring all that goodness in, and hold it. Sort of oxygenating the blood, allowing that stuff that was flushed out with the apon, right? Noticing that. And then exhaling, letting it all go. Okay? So another round of Kaphalabati breathing. Inhale deeply through the nose. Exhale everything out. Inhale 3/4 of the way. And here we go. Exhale. Exhale a little bit more. A little bit more. Lift the pelvic floor. Lift the navel point. Tuck the chin. Lock that breath out. Be empty. Be empty but not tense. Empty. Gently lift the chin. Inhale. Fill up. Fill up with all that goodness, all that fresh breath. In. Fill it up. And then hold it. Lift the pelvic floor. Navel point. Hold the breath in. Hold it in. With control, exhale. Let it go. And just breathe. And notice. Eyes are closed. Notice this breath, this moment, this opportunity to invite joy into your life. You're welcome to continue meditating. We'll be sealing this practice with the sound of Om. Join me if you so choose. Inhaling. Namaste. Thank you for joining me. You're welcome to email or message any thoughts, questions, comments about this practice. Thank you so much for taking care of yourself today. Kaphalabati.